Welcome back, Space Marines. This is Episode 3 of my Let's Play series of Metroid Dread. As we continued in our adventures, we obtained the Wide Beam, which can triple our damage, and it allows us to unlock certain doors. We killed the second EMMI, which granted us the Morph Ball power. We got the Varia suit, which allows us to get into hot rooms. Then we finished off Kraid, which rewarded us with the Diffusion Beam. Using our newfound abilities, we discovered our first teleporter, sending us to a new location within Dyren. After passing through some new corridors, we discovered our third energy part in a rather hard-to-reach place. We also discovered that Dyren is a biological research lab, which explains the weird creatures and why Kraid was chained up. But who wants to hear about that when they can see me panic run from a blazing fast third EMMI? Alright, let's be more careful this time. And apparently, I still wasn't careful enough. Creepy, right? Remember when I said this was a research facility? If you're wondering why I'm wiggling around, I was trying this little trick where I think you make less noise if you travel around in ball form. Part of the reason for wiggling around is that the energy meter on the top left that lets you stealth only recharges if you move around. You can't simply unstealth and wait for it to recharge. You have to be moving. Everywhere I go, just when I think I found the right exit, I meet another dead end. This little gadget hidden away is actually for the power bomb, something you don't get until near the end of the game. As we progress through the facility, we discover a room that turns the power back on in several of the other rooms that I was just in. The upside is I can see everywhere. The downside is that the rooms to the left that I was just in now suffer from extreme cold. If I go back that way, it's almost certain death. Thankfully, I found the zone map earlier. Yellow rooms are save points, purple rooms will transport you to different zones, and we can see where the central unit is that we have to reach in order to defeat the next EMMI. After a bit of exploring, we now found the item that pairs with the morph ball, the bomb. The bomb can be used to reveal hidden blocks, blow up tiles, attack certain enemies, and it can even be used to propel Samus higher while in ball form if you time it right. You can also activate these pinball machine-like tubes, which I accidentally did before grabbing those missiles. It's so much better than missiles at revealing secret tiles because, unlike missiles, you have unlimited bombs. See how much easier it is to find secrets now? You have no idea how lucky that was. Countering an EMMI's attack is one of those frame-perfect things you have to do. You can do it a little more often with experience, but I lucked out that time. It was my first ever successful parry. And just when I thought killing the EMMI was right around the corner, the game wants me to travel to a new zone called Burenia. Ferenia is a zone filled with water, and adds a new mechanic like these fast-spinning fans that prevent you from getting into certain places.
Uploading data.
The lower levels of Ferenia are mostly submerged. You will need your gravity suit to operate there at full efficiency. Abilities such as the Grapple Beam or Space Jump will help you maneuver underwater to an extent. Find them as soon as possible.
That was nice of him to tell me about 3 upcoming items. And here the game goes teasing about a passageway as well as an energy tank that I can't get yet. I also came across this giant room filled with water. With the decrease in mobility, there's not a lot of places you can go. At first, I thought this was another boss room, but instead, I was granted a new ability. Flash Shift. If you ever decide to watch any of the Metroid Dread speedruns, they use this ability a lot. It's on quite a short cooldown, and you're able to dash left or right up to 3 times in a row. You can move quite far horizontally with this, but it doesn't work in water. Before moving forward, I decided to circle back around and grab something I missed last time in this large room. Missile Tank Plus. 10 missiles is a lot better than just getting 2. I then finally got this full energy tank that was taunting me earlier as well. I eventually found myself back in Dyron. With Flash Shift, I would be able to reach new places. Without much left to explore, it looks like it's time to find the central unit and destroy this EMMI. With our charged Omega Cannon, let's hunt down that EMMI. This may be a bit harder since he's so fast. Whoops. My initial thought was I wanted to get the jump on him, but it turns out EMMIs know exactly where you are when the Omega Cannon is active. And lucky me, I parried again. And for the third time, I'm really lucky today. Now with that out of the way, the fast EMMI has granted us the power of the Speed Booster. When you charge up the Speed Booster, you sprint fast, breaking through those yellow blocks we saw earlier, and it can also be used to plow right through enemies. I don't know if you noticed, but I was completely oblivious to that energy tank that was right above my head. The controls for this ability take a little bit of getting used to. Using Speed Booster, I'm able to unlock new areas and new secrets, boosting my total missiles and my energy. I also went back to Burenia for a bit to get that energy tank we saw last time. With 4 parts, it gave me another 100 energy. With the Speed Booster blocks now breakable, my sight's now turned to these weird blue symbols. What could they mean? A little while later, I also unlocked another teleporter, linking Dyron and Arteria. We keep seeing more blue symbols. What could they mean? The Grapple Beam. That explains it. We can use this to open certain doors, unlock passageways, and even use it to pull ourselves towards magnetic walls. For those that haven't played this yet, the controls are quite complicated. Hold L1 to aim, press R2 to switch to the grapple beam, press Y to fire, then move the control stick back to pull on it. Here we unlock a new elevator that takes us from Arteria back to Dyron. And after a little exploring, we find another elevator that takes us to a new zone called Ferenia. We're getting closer and closer back to our ship. So what's Ferenia's theme this time? It looks like an ancient city of the Chozo. We also have to be careful. A new EMMI we haven't encountered yet is in this area. And it looks like we finally met a Chozo in the flesh. Let's hear what he has to say.
Anaman Henki Maradis, Pisalakutar Ili Thoja Hasana, Ili Chozo Manfaragai Atasen Mamoris, Ashkar Behek, Ninu Gabara Neporian Levat Balis Henriku, Hemsenilitanumar Darbichozo Rahama Hasana Mamuri. Suradis ili Maukin, Sahari lin ili Maukin, Pinoras Hasanatar Vilichoso, Urairisi dos Karodan ili Mathroid, Nirmugi Talar Suradis me ili Agarna Lima, Uramahar Pantamugi dos Saral Pura Mathroid, Kunihabari Hundar Tarasabekes en Holchanim, Linkatalu ili Uliris, Sabalba, Ashkar Behek, Hasari Gale Ubana dos Elegar Mir, Ninu Barash nek ili Ferun Tar Hadar, Les Ninu Kedar, ili Mathroid Mugi, Tanam Tar Bi Hadar Bunta, Eiris dos Eka ili Gimel, Ashkar Behek Gabori dos Balan ili Mathroid dos ili Tarin Nalima Hemsatar, Humpin Bi Kalki Sakra, dos Horek Bura, Ninu Mejirin ili Zoha Hasana, Bimura Gabara ili Sahali, dos Uran ili Mathroid, Kalmir Tostek, Ananakoden Mugi Akalai, Ashkar Behek Hem ili Maukin, Hasana Hasari Anabalta dos Humahar Sarian, ili Tarin Alima, Les Nudakan dos Geren Humahar Korgangal Turuta Mathroid, Sabalba, Talaris Leshak Sirugali Nevak, Mugi Lamai dos Goro Humahar Yoris Me Kohana, Aitar ili Gelsu Manu Naloni Ishka ili Agarna Lima, Mugi Garama Bi Eris Les Nido, ili Tarin Nalima Megori Leshak Kutanka, Omtar Humahar Gelsu Mugi Barilin ili Eris, Arek Ebores Ashkar Behek Elemeirisi dos Karodan Hum, Ninu Aros Hakame Ninu Mahar Meheni dos Tumema Ninu Mahar Yoris, Ishili Mathroid Meili Agarna Lima, Habari Bama Mugi Sarali Lina Tamahar Toshek, Nutili Mathroid Esborodo, ili Yoristar Ashkar Behek, Dora Habar Bados Les Maradan, Has Bados Les Maradan, Ashka Urugal Ata, ili EMMI Marhuma Satari Lin Ashkar Behek, Tamus Arlan, Feje Hadoran, Ninu Habar Kumani Hundos, Revolen ili Mathroidim Ishkanulisa Tamaharisbi.
Kinu Ulu Turuta, Ana Maril Sanur Pura, Ay Marhel Kalon.
Ata Estor Daboris Urahama, Ana Habar Kisadi Ilisana. Ana Manbala Meyata Tamus.
Oh no! Assassin! Well, we went from having a nice moment into an intense fight. Let's try this again. The death of our ally won't go unnoticed. Next time we meet, we're going to figure out where Ravenbeak is hiding. See you next time.